Ladies and gentlemen, 9-year-old basketball phenom Jaden Newman.
Jaden Newman.
Jaden Newman.
Jaden Newman.
Jaden Newman believes she could break into the NBA, but now she's not even close to making the WNBA. It's not just about the hype or her father's influence. There's a deeper story behind why Jaden's basketball dreams fell apart. Jaden Newman burst onto the scene with viral videos of her dominating on the basketball court at an incredibly young age. As an elementary school student, she was scoring 30 points per game and even had a 57-point game under her belt by the time she was 10. The internet ate it up. Millions of people watched as this tiny girl took on high schoolers and won.
Oh man, Jaden Newman crossed over. Julian, oh!
She quickly became a viral sensation, landing appearances on shows like the Queen Latifah Show, Fox Sports, and even starring in a commercial with Steph Curry. But here's the reality. While all this was happening, Jaden was also telling the world she'd be the first female in the NBA.
What did you say?
Yeah, you heard that right, the NBA.
When I grow up, I want to be the first woman to go to the NBA.
She didn't just dream of playing in the WNBA, which in itself is no easy feat. She aimed for the NBA, a goal that now seems completely out of reach.
A girl playing against boys and she was dominating.
It was just so natural, so I just let her fly.
But the dream never really lined up with the work needed to achieve it. Jaden's early success was mostly built on weak competition, carefully orchestrated by her father, Jaden Newman, who had a bigger interest in building a brand than building a real basketball career for his kids. It didn't take long for the cracks to show, and while her viral highlights kept racking up views, things started falling apart in ways even Jaden probably couldn't have predicted. Recently, Jaden's name surfaced again, not for basketball, but for a completely different reason. Alleged leaked videos of Jaden appeared on Twitter, causing a stir, but in true Newman family style. She brushed it off like it didn't happen, and her brother Julian stayed silent. No statements, no responses, just a continuation of the Newman strategy, pretending everything is fine. But the real reason Jaden didn't make it to the WNBA goes much deeper than just bad publicity. The truth, she never stood a chance. Let's start with the man behind the curtain, Jaden Newman. Jaden Newman had a plan for his kids, but it wasn't about turning them into real athletes. It was about turning them into social media stars. From day one, Jaden was more interested in building a brand than developing the skills Jaden would need to play at the highest levels. Jaden wasn't just a basketball player in Jaden's eyes. She was a product, and her success was measured in likes, shares, and views, not wins and losses. And that's where everything went wrong. While other young athletes were focused on building their game, Jaden was stuck in her father's carefully crafted social media bubble. The drills she did, the teams she played for, the competition she faced. It was all designed to keep her looking good, not to push her to improve. Jaden had the handles, the shooting range, and the flair for the cameras. But what she didn't have was the development needed to compete against real athletes. There was no focus on defense, no emphasis on team play, and certainly no preparation for the rigors of professional basketball. Jaden wanted a star, and for a while, it worked. Jaden's videos went viral, and people bought into the hype, but it was all surface-level success.
Another 9-year-old, and this one is a little girl with big hoop dreams. Jaden Newman not only plays on the high school varsity team.
In Jaden's quest for fame, he forgot one crucial thing. Without real development, Jaden was never going to make it to the WNBA. And that became glaringly obvious as she got older. Jaden's early career looked unstoppable on paper. At Prodigy Prep, her dad's own basketball school, Jaden was putting up 45 points per game. Impressive, right?
Yes.
But here's the kicker. Prodigy Prep wasn't exactly known for playing top-tier competition. The school was more about promoting the Newmans than developing serious athletes. When Jaden finally moved on to Liberty High School, reality hit hard. Her stats plummeted to around 10 points per game. The drop-off was huge, and it wasn't just because she was facing tougher competition. It was because her game hadn't evolved. Jaden wasn't prepared to play against real athletes who had been working on all aspects of their game, not just scoring. Division I scouts took notice, and the offers didn't come. Despite all the viral fame, despite all the early success, Jaden wasn't seen as a serious prospect. She wasn't a two-way player. She didn't contribute to team success, and her physical limitations, standing at just 5'2", didn't help either. For a player with NBA dreams, this was the first major blow. Jaden didn't even receive a Division I offer, let alone interest from professional scouts. And that's when the cracks in her path to the WNBA This is what it takes to make it to the WNBA. Hard work, dedication, and the ability to rise to the challenge against top-tier competition. Jaden had the potential, but she was never given the tools to truly succeed, and that's why she never made it. Jaden Newman's basketball career is a classic case of what could have been. She had the talent, the platform, and the early success, but it was all squandered by a focus on fame over development. Her father's obsession with social media, the distractions of reality TV, and her lack of real competition all played a part in her downfall. The real reason Jaden Newman isn't in the WNBA, she was never on that path to begin with. Her basketball career was built on shaky foundations from the start, and by the time she realized it, the opportunity had passed. In the end, Jaden Newman's legacy isn't about what she accomplished on the court. It's about what she missed out on. And that's the real tragedy. If you made it to the end, you should check out the video I did on the other failed Newman prodigy, Julian Newman.